Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautiful, glorious day to literally lose our minds over the most unhinged, heart-stopping plot twist in daytime television history. I am still shaking, my jaw is permanently attached to the floor, and I need to scream about this episode before I spontaneously combust. Grab a snack, hydrate, and buckle up because Port Charles just got flipped completely upside down. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I actually cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen. I was sitting on my couch, eating my dinner, literally minding my own business, watching the new episode of General Hospital, and I choked on my pasta. I actually choked. I had to pause the TV, cough up my food, and text my friend immediately because my brain completely short-circuited. I am so dramatic about this show, I know, but you guys have to understand the sheer magnitude of what just happened. We all knew Jason was in WSB custody, right? Like, he took the fall for Rocco shooting Ross Cullum. Which is insane, by the way, but whatever, that's just classic Jason. He is always taking the fall for someone else's kids. But I did not expect him to just casually bust out of federal custody and show up at Sonny's warehouse like it was a regular Tuesday. Like, excuse me. The audacity of this man to just appear... Wait, let me back up. Okay, where was I? Right, so before that happened, actually Sonny, Laura, and Lucas are at the Corinthos Coffee warehouse. They have Pascal tied up in a chair, doing the whole mob boss interrogation thing to get him to turn on Jen Sidwell. It's tense, it's dark. It's classic GH atmosphere with the shadows and the dramatic lighting. Lucas is taunting Pascal about Marco's murder. Sonny is giving his lethal ultimatums, and Laura is standing there trying to keep it legal, but looking incredibly stressed. And then the door just opens. No warning, no dramatic music buildup, just bam. The heavy warehouse door swings open, and standing there in the shadows is Jason. I was like, are you serious right now? My jaw dropped. Steve Burton is back on screen and looking as iconic as ever, wearing the signature leather jacket, looking like he just fought his way through an entire army of heavily armed WSB agents. Which he probably did. Let's be honest. Honestly, I was already hyperventilating just seeing Jason back with Sonny, but then, oh my god, I can't breathe just thinking about it. He wasn't alone. Jason steps into the light of the warehouse and someone walks in right behind him. I squinted at my screen. I literally rubbed my eyes like a cartoon character, because my brain could not process the visual information. It was Sam. Sam MC Call. I am dead. I am actually deceased. Sam McCall is alive. When I tell you I screamed so loud, my neighbors probably thought I was being attacked. I am not exaggerating in the slightest. She walked into that warehouse looking flawlessly disheveled, and the entire room just froze. Sonny looked like he had just seen a literal ghost. Laura looked like she was going to pass out on the concrete floor. Lucas was speechless. And I was right there with them yelling at my screen. Sam has been dead since October 2024. We mourned her. We watched her family fall apart. We watched Alexis literally lose her mind with grief. And she's just standing there. The audacity. Not okay. But also it's okay because I missed her so much and I cannot believe they actually pulled this off. Okay, so you're probably wondering how. Why I was yelling at my screen. Where have you been? Jason and Sam start explaining it. And it is the most unhinged WSB plot I have ever heard in my entire life. Mark my words, the WSB is the most corrupt, messy, chaotic organization in soap history. So apparently, Sam didn't die. The WSB faked her death. Faked it. They needed her for some top secret, highly classified Black Ops intelligence project, directly tied to Ross Cullum. Yes, that Ross Cullum. The same Ross Cullum who is currently terrorizing Port Charles, holding Jocelyn and Liesel captive in a Windermere sub-basement hunting down Britt and Rocco, and just being an absolute menace to society. The WSB knew Cullum was a massive global threat, and they somehow manipulated Sam's death to use her to infiltrate or investigate his network. I don't even fully understand the logistics yet because I was crying and screaming, but it is wild. Wait, did I already say that whatever... Anyway, the fact that the WSB would fake a mother's death and let her kids and family think she's gone for over a year and a half is sick. It's actually sick. Why would they do that? I am personally offended for Alexis. I am personally offended for Danny and Scout. Speaking of Danny, he is currently breaking into Windermere, with Charlotte running from Cullum, thinking his mom is dead and his dad is locked up in a federal black site. If only he knew. But back to the warehouse. Sam explains that she and Jason crossed paths while he was in WSB custody. Because, of course they did. Jasam always finds a way. I swear to God they teamed up, broke out of whatever secure facility they were in, and hightailed it back to Port Charles because they know Cullum is escalating and Sidwell is on the loose. They are here to end this, and I am so here for it. But don't even get me started on the Davis girls. I can't even deal right now. Alexis Davis is going to have a literal heart attack. We have watched Alexis grieve for months. She has been trying to hold Christina and Molly together while everything falls apart around them. And Christina. Oh my God, Christina. I forgot to mention earlier, but Christina literally just told Sunny and Alexis that she got accepted to UCLA Medical School and is moving to California. She packed her bags. She was leaving because the trauma of losing her surrogate baby and losing Sam was too much for her to stay in Port Charles. She was trying to start over on the West Coast. And now, right as she's about to walk out the door, her dead sister is going to walk back in. I am crying. I am actually crying. The emotional whiplash is going to be insane. Like, is Christina still going to leave? I was honestly kind of mad at her for leaving right when things were getting crazy, but I understood it. The girl has been through the absolute ringer with the surrogacy loss and the family drama. But now, how can you get on a plane to California when the sister you've been mourning for almost 2 years suddenly resurrects from the dead? I swear, if she still gets on that plane, I am going to throw my remote at the TV. She needs to stay. The Davis coven needs to be reunited. Imagine the scenes. Imagine Kelly Monaco or whoever is playing Sam now just hugging Nancy Lee Grahn. The tears are going to be so real, so raw. I'm calling it now. This is going to be the most viewed episode of the year. The Emmy reels are literally writing themselves right now. Okay, but wait. I haven't even gotten to the messiest part. Dante Falconeri. My poor, sweet, stressed out detective. Dante has been going through absolute hell lately. His son Rocco is currently a fugitive on the run with Britt Westbourne because Rocco shot Cullum. Lulu, his ex-wife and the love of his life, just woke up from a coma. He literally just confessed to Lulu that he still loves her and wanted to run away with her and Rocco before Rocco vanished. Dante was finally moving on with Lulu and trying to rebuild his life, and now Sam is back. The woman he loved, the woman he grieved so hard he could barely function. He was standing in the PCPD or wherever, and when he finds out Sam is alive, I'm going to need a medic. I am literally going to need a medic for myself because my heart cannot take the stress of this love triangle. The love triangle that is about to explode in Port Charles is going to be catastrophic. Dante is going to be completely frozen. He's going to see Sam, the woman he thought he buried in the ground. And he's going to look at Lulu, the mother of his runaway child. And his brain is going to melt out of his ears. And Lulu just admitted to Carly that she still loves Dante. She was probably thinking, okay, Sam is gone. I'm back, we can rebuild our family and find our son. Nope. Plot twist of the century. Sam McCall is back from the dead and she is ready to reclaim her life. I am so stressed about this. Who does Dante choose? How does Sam react to Lulu being awake? What happens when they all realize Rocco is missing because he shot Cullum? It's too much. It's actually too much for my nervous system. I need to take a deep breath. Okay, where was I? Right, the warehouse. So Jason and Sam are standing there with Sunny, Laura, and Lucas. Pascal is probably sitting in that chair like, what in the actual soap opera is happening right now? The power dynamic in Port Charles just shifted so hard. Sidwell and Cullum have been running the town, kidnapping people, shooting Lucas, blackmailing Laura, tossing Liesel into cells. They thought they were completely untouchable. But they didn't calculate Jason and Sam McCall teaming up with Sonny Corinthos. It's the ultimate dream team. Jason is the muscle, Sam is the intelligence, Sonny is the boss, Laura has the mayoral power. And Lucas has the personal vendetta for Marco. Sidwell is Doan. I am calling it right now. Jen Sidwell is going to end up in a body bag by the end of the month. Mark my words. And Cullum Ross Cullum is the reason Sam's life was stolen from her for the last year and a half. The WSB used her because of his global threat level. You know Sam is going to want his head on a silver platter. She is going to hunt him down like an animal. And right now, Cullum is at Windermere, cornering Carly, tossing Liesel Obrecht into a cell with Jocelyn. Cullum thinks he's the apex predator of this town. He has no idea that Jason and Sam are back, and they know absolutely everything. I honestly feel a tiny bit sorry for Cullum. Just kidding, I hope they absolutely destroy him. He shot Marco. He's hunting Rocco. He's holding Jocelyn hostage. He's terrorizing everyone. The takedown is going to be so satisfying. I am literally counting down the seconds until Jason kicks down the door to that Windermere sub-basement and saves everyone. Oh wait, before that happened actually, I forgot to mention the whole Windermere break-in thing. Danny and Charlotte broke into Windermere. Danny thinks his dad is locked away forever and his mom is dead. Imagine Jason and Sam showing up at Windermere to rescue Jocelyn and Liesel, and they just stumble across Danny and Charlotte hiding in the shadows. The family reunion happening in the middle of a high-stakes hostage crisis. It's so GH. It's so iconic. I can already picture Sam seeing Danny for the first time after all these months. She's going to completely break down. The WSB better sleep with one eye open, because when Sam and Jason are done with Cullum, they are definitely going after the agency for keeping them from their kids. The revenge tour is going to be legendary. Honestly, I haven't been this invested in a storyline in years. I was pacing around my living room while typing this. My dog is looking at me like I'm completely crazy. But you guys get it right. This changes everything. The whole canvas is affected. What about Drew? Drew is locked in being drugged by Willow, and now his ex-wife is back from the dead. Willow is going to lose her mind. Nina is going to lose her mind. Everyone is going to lose their minds. And the fact that Jason just casually broke out of WSB custody like it was a Tuesday? Classic Jason. He never changes. I love him so much. I seriously need the next episode right now. I cannot wait until tomorrow. I might actually start a petition for the network to release the episodes early because the suspense is literally killing me. Mark my words, the fallout from this warehouse reveal is going to last until Christmas. The Davis family is going to need intense therapy. Dante is going to need a vacation. And Sidwell and Cullum are going to need a miracle to survive this new alliance. I am so thrilled. I am so stressed. I am so ready for the drama. She needs to get it together, I swear. If Willow tries to pull any of her manipulative nonsense with Sam back in town, Sam will absolutely end her. Okay, I need to go drink some water and calm down. I'll be back tomorrow to recap the next episode, assuming I survive the suspense. Let me know in the comments how hard you screamed when Sam walked through that door.